Welcome to NLTV Sop Manlagawas. Viewers kan mohan sob janishna India re August 10 ra leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi wa idu voter la opode relay shuru hoise. Aru tahan idu relay shuru haru idu voter koi thaka tahan la opposition party khan wa voter koi thaka idu opode August 7 de idu Rahul Gandhi wa idu press conference de idu expose kuche. Idu la opode tahan itia Bihar de do Rahul Gandhi wa lead kuina tan idu relay jaise voter la opore aru aji 27 August tebi ide Dimapur IMC hall de state level relay jawale se voter Gaddi Chhod la opore aru idu Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee kama organize kwaise aru aji idu relay de MP President Npcc Supumirin Jamir Secretary IACC IC Nagaland Christopher Tilak aru Sapta Giri Sankar Ulaka MB AICC in charge Nagaland tan relay de aji hisa la wole se tuman itla opode details wa sai sawai
Today is the day where we gather here to rectify and to claim the rights of our own individuals. We have the Constitution of India has given us one the special personal rights that is a precious wood for all of us. Now, the precious woods, which it is supposed to be the sole authority of each and every one of us, is under the regime of the Modi government started threatening all the voters. And not only the threatening the voters, but they have started taking away the rights, excluding the rights of the individual's votes, and the all focus votes, again, they are trying to cheat. They're trying to take over. Now, in the country, to allow the persons to represent us or to make a lawmaker of the country, it is not the person alone who is elected, but it is the joint effort of all of us. Because of our precious vote, we are sending to the assembly, we are sending our members to the parliament, and with your precious vote, the legislations used to be done in parliament as well as in the state assembly. But even that right, which is constitutional provided to us, Modi government don't want to give us the rights. So today we gather here to fight to voice to preserve, to protect our precious votes. And we are determined to go ahead, led by our leaders, LOB, and the LOB and the Rajya Sabha, and our in charge. We have been pleading to the Speaker to give a time to discuss about SIR and whatever the manipulation has done by the Election Commission, working hand in glove with the BJP government. But Modi government is not willing to give us the time, which implies that Modi government don't consider us, all of us. And the Modi government, the BJP-led government, is ignoring our voting rights. Today, with our veteran Congress leaders, we gathered here, and this is the time for our Congress workers. It is a great lesson for us to see that what is real behind the Congress party in the state and what is really ahead of us in our state. See, as our forefathers used to say, in time of the fire, if house is covered with a fire, we need water. And for the cultivations, before the sowing of the seeds, we need fire to burn. Then only we can able to put our seedlings in our fields. And the same way, without the guidance, without the advisors from our senior members like ex-ministers, ex-speakers, ex-MLAs, and the chairmen of the corporations, those who are work. And such a long struggle period of time, our Congress workers, our senior leaders are always behind us. Now we have to realize the contributions of our senior leaders in our party. And without them to face 2028 election, it will be a problem. Without the contributions, without the service of our DCC presidents, then our party leaders, we cannot go ahead. But it is a leader, the responsibility of the leaders to know the pulse of the grassroots workers. It doesn't mean that only the BCC officials can go ahead monitoring, taking the whole lot of the DCC presidents, the BCC members. That will never bring any fruitful to our party activities for the futures. As a leader, we have to see the responsibility, and at the same time, the leaders should know where and how to assign, how to take the advisors. We should also know, and we should never and ever should neglect our veteran leaders. Today is a time where all dynamic leaders has gathered here from all 60 constituencies. Now we have to go with the message that without our former leaders, without the veteran leaders, which they are still giving us sheltering to be the member of the Indian National Congress, We should give due respect to them. We should seek their advice, and under their guidance, we should go ahead, start for the new visions for 2028, where our young leaders will come forward to rescue the state. Also, the senior members will be ready to help and push up the Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee with a vision that by 2028 we'll have our elected members, and then we're going to have the Congress government in the state. Everything political process is a miracle. Each process have got its own impact, and that process has to start by all of us. It is not lying on the president. It will not lie on the working president. It is not with the TCC president alone. It is not with the PCC members alone. It is not with the frontals alone. But we all are equal responsibility under the guidance of our elders and the veteran Congress. Now we have to bring that together, and we have to go ahead. I'm so grateful that our High Command, led by our in charge and the secretary, they are always giving us the tenderly affectionate love towards us. Sometimes they used to scold us. Sometimes they used to target us. And the High Command, our President, and Rahul Gandhi, they are having a very sentimental attach with the Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee. And they don't want to see us any more burdens or troubles the Congress party in the state. They want that we should come out from that cocoon which we were arrested for the last 22 years. We were in the opposition for the last 23 years. We were not having MLA since 2015. They don't want, the High Command don't want us to lay down in the same conditions after 2028. They are very sincere, but only thing is how sincere we are. That is the question now. So let us take as a challenge of today's meeting. While fighting for our precious vote, we are fighting to establish the Congress party in the state. So let us keep all this as a challenge to all of us. And the best thing for the Congress is, Congress, as we all know, with the 10 modalities, we have to carry the message to our people that Congress is a national in outlook, regional in contents. Congress is the only party who stands for the secularism, the rights for all the religions, for the minorities, who stands for its own culture and traditions to safeguard of the culture and the traditions of the state. The Congress is the party who always stood for the Naga political settlement. The Congress is the party who has given us the visions to get all those privileges and the rights of the people. So let us carry the message to our grassroots levels, and let us start for the strategy and the new visions for our state.
And I thank the organizers, PCC President and his team for organizing this particular event, which we call it as Vote Chor, Gaddi Chhod. That's a Hindi term, and you guys must be familiar what this means, but I won't explain what exactly this is. This is the vote thieves, leave your seat. So, who has stolen our votes, please vacate the seat. And why we having this mega rally here? During the elections, 2024 elections, you must have seen our campaign, and especially when I talk about the Northeast, especially what happened in Manipur and the way the BJP were ruling, they had a slogan, "Abki baar 400 par." Abki baar 400 par is this time we need 400 plus. And then suddenly some of the leaders, the member of parliaments, the ministers, they started saying that if we have 400 plus, we are going to change the constitution. We didn't take them seriously, but it became a trend. And eventually, most of them started speaking the same thing, "Abki baar 400 par, abki baar 400 par." We ran a very, very energetic campaign. Our leader Rahul Gandhi ji, Khage ji, and all of us, especially we went to each and every town, village, city, state, throughout the country with the campaigns, Save Constitution. And there was a tremendous response, not only in the Northeast, throughout the country, especially states like UP and all. And when the elections were over, it was like 7, 8 phases or much more than that. When the elections were over, we had our own internal calculation that we will win certain number of seats. And our reports, I being part of the Congress Working Committee as well, when we had the discussion, our numbers were clearly pointing that BJP is losing. They can't get more than 200, 205 seats on their own. And we, India Alliance, we are coming around roughly 295 was our numbers. And these are very, very systematic scientific numbers from feedback from the grassroots. We knew the atmosphere throughout the country, and the exit polls, when it came after the 2024 elections, after the voting, they gave BJP government 350, 360, 370, some given them 400 as well. And finally, the day of the counting, BJP, they were around 240, and with the alliance, post-poll alliance of TDP and Nitish Kumar, they managed to get 293 seats. We were a bit disappointed, but we thought, okay, whatever our exit poll, we went back to the drawing board, we went back to the booth, we tried to understand what happened and tried to course correct, and then we started preparing for our next phase of election, which was Haryana and Maharashtra. And clearly, all the exit polls, all our internal calculation, they said specifically that we are winning heads up in both Maharashtra and Haryana. And again, when the counting happened, then we lost Haryana and Maharashtra. In fact, I think BJP contested around 170, 80 seats, and they won 146 out of 170 seats that they contested. And we could manage to win only 16 Congress party MLAs in Maharashtra, which was like very, very hard to believe. Like, what is happening? This is the second time, 2024 general election. Immediately after that, the Maharashtra and Haryana election. These are very critical states. Maharashtra is the business capital of the country. We went back to the booths. We never believed the results. There were a lot of complaints from leaders like, this is impossible that we could have lost. And in Hindi, Jat land in Haryana, where the Huddas come from, Rohtak and all, we lost 7-8 seats there. And so when we went back, when we started collecting the forms from our agents, it was impossible that we could have lost it. So what we did, we went back to each and every booth. We started, we picked up Bangalore Central Lok Sabha seat. We picked one assembly, Mahadevpura in Bangalore Central seat, and this is a Congress bastion in the sense like we have 5-6 MLAs out of the 8 assembly segments, and we have 2 ministers there. We could not have lost from Bangalore Central. So we picked up Bangalore Central. We picked up one assembly segment, Mahadevpura in Bangalore Central. And when we analyzed the votes, like the voter list is not electronically readable. So there were a team of 30 people who worked for almost 6 months. We checked each and every voter name. We checked their photographs, and it was startling. Around 1,02,500 were fake votes or wrong votes, or this is misplaced voters who voted for BJP, and we lost the seat by 32,000 votes. There were voters which were duplicated. There were voters in a house where no one lives, around 85 voters. There were voters registered in a brewery, 65 people in a brewery. They voted. There was a single voter, he voted in Uttar Pradesh, he voted in Maharashtra, he voted in Bangalore. And there was misappropriation of almost 1 lakh voters in one assembly segment in one parliament. And we lost by 32,000 votes. So now when we take this result, and go back to 2024 elections, picture starts revealing that something else has happened. We have not lost. And when Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, they say that they will rule till 2047, till the next 40, 50 years, this is how they're planning to rule. Institutions, like Christopher Tilakji mentioned, the Constitution, it gives us the power, one person, one vote. A king has the same power as a normal person, as a hawker or as a normal auto rickshaw guy. But constitution without institution is not sustainable. We build the institutions over the years, the election commission, all the institutions, judiciary, and constitution binds the institution, and without the institution, constitution in itself can't be protected. And this particular example, Mahadevpura in Bangalore Central, and we went to the election commission after the Maharashtra elections. We asked them to give us the voter list. We asked them to give us the CCTV recordings. When we asked to give the CCTV recordings, immediately the law was changed where they say that CCTV recordings can't be given to the people. Why are you recording the CCTV? If we doubt the validity of the elections, that is when you need to provide the CCTV recordings. Otherwise, why are you recording the CCTV cameras? And surprising, the ECI person, Gyanesh Kumar ji, ECI, he said, क्या मैं अपनी माओं और बहनों का CCTV recording देश के सामने निर्भर कर लूँगा? That can I expose my mothers and sisters in front of the world by revealing the CCTV recordings? When the credibility of the election commission is being questioned, it is the responsibility of the election commission to ensure that the credibility is restored by providing all the details that people questioning them ask. They're not providing us the CCTV recordings. They're not providing us electronically readable voter list. They are not accepting that there's an issue with the voter list. And now when we come back, you see, why are so many phases of elections happening? Initially, we used to think that Narendra Modi wanted to campaign in each and every phase. That's the reason they're doing it. That's our political thought. But now what we are finding it out is that they want people to vote in phase 1, go to other state, vote in phase 2, go to other state, vote in phase 3, and so on. This is the only reason why the election is going for 4 months, the general election, that too with EVMs. This has been happening, and our leader, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji, has exposed the election commission through his press conference, which you might have seen that. We started after the press conference, Zamir ji is with me, your honorable MP. Each and every day we used to protest. And you know, for what we used to protest? We used to protest to have a discussion in Parliament on this particular electoral fraud. the special intensive review which they are doing in Bihar. Around 65,000 voters have been deleted, saying that they are not from the country. They are saying the Aadhaar card can't be taken into consideration to make them the voter of the country. And this 65,000 people, when we do a cross-check, do you know who they are? They are the marginalized, they are the tribals, they are the Dalits, they are the poor people, and they are the voters of Congress Party, the Congress Party alliance, the Yadavs. And this is unfair. And they mention that people are dead. And the same people who are dead, they're having tea with our leader Rahul Gandhi ji in 10 Janpad. What else will be exposed? So we wanted to have a discussion in Parliament. They're not ready to have a discussion in the Parliament, which is the largest panchayat in the world, in the country, in the world. If we are elected as a member of Parliament, we don't go to the Parliament to discuss such issues which concerns us, then what is the use of Parliament? Is it only to pass bills? And they never agreed to our request for having discussion. Every day we protested. The whole session was washed out because the government, their arrogance, they don't want to have discussion on such important thing as vote chori, which we are alleging. And in the din of the House, they passed bills where Amit Shah, he came up with a bill like if any Prime Minister, Chief Minister or Minister, if he's arrested for 30 days, automatically on the 31st day, he'll be removed from his post. We don't have issues with such noble ideas. But the issue is, ED, CBI, IT, income tax, they've captured the institutes. The first thing they will do when they bring this law, they will arrest Mamata Banerjee, they will arrest Hemant Soren, they have done it in the past, they have arrested Arvind Kejriwal, and the ED, you don't get bail for 6 months, 1 year, because the law says that the onus of proving you're innocent is with the person. In normal IPC cases, you're innocent till proved guilty. In ED cases, PMLA cases, the onus, if there is one iota of doubt that you are not guilty, then the court won't give you bail. And the ED, 95% of the cases the ED has done over the last 10 years is against the opposition. The conviction rate is a minimum 1% or 2%. This is a tool to harass the opposition, just to arrest them, keep them in jail for 1.5 years, 2 years, without no conviction, and topple popularly elected governments. This ploy, this is fascism, autocracy, and for this, the Congress Party is hitting the streets. Our leader, Sri Rahul Gandhi, is doing a 15 days Padyatra in Bihar, and wonderful crowd. Lot of people thronging the streets, coming to see. And this, if you look at social media, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, the whole country has now awakened. Our leader Rahul Gandhi is much more popular than Narendra Modi. And things are turning, and we assure you that this fight, in phase 1 we fought in Parliament, your Honorable MP Zamir ji, me and India has around 230 odd members of Parliament in Lok Sabha and much more in Rajya Sabha. We fought in Parliament, now we are coming to the streets. We are having this mega vote Chor, Gaddi Chhod state level rallies till September 1st. Post that, you will have to go to each and every panchayat, each and every booth, each and every village, get a signature campaign from the people, tell them whatever I have said, do a signature campaign, and around 5,600 signatures will submit to the ED. This has come from the people. So our fight is not only on media or in the TV studios, our fight is on the streets. Now at the state level, we'll go to the streets. We'll ensure that our constitution is protected. Our constitution gave us 371A, which is for Nagaland. And definitely, if we don't protect our constitution, whatever rights we have, whatever privileges we have, whatever facilities we have, everything will be taken away by this Narendra Modi-led government. Because they don't believe in constitution. It was RSS, the mother party of BJP, which burned pieces of constitution in 1948. It was RSS, the ideology of which killed Mahatma Gandhi ji. It was RSS till 1992. They didn't hoist the Indian national flag in their offices. And they tell us to give a certificate of nationality and our patriotism. We have known this. This fight is political now, but eventually this will turn into a mass movement. They don't care about constitution. Their vice president, Jagdeep Dhankar ji, he accepted a motion of impeachment of a judge in Supreme Court, and within 3 hours he was sacked. This happens with the vice president of the country. Just imagine, because they wanted to send a message to the people, to their leaders, that Narendra Modi is the number one and he is the number one, nothing can go above him. He was sacked unceremoniously. We don't know where he is, the vice president. He used to be so vocal in the floor of the house in Rajya Sabha. He used to say that I'm a proud RSS guy. He used to taunt Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge ji. He never used to give space to us. He was a pro-RSS guy, but because he made a mistake, he forgot to ask his master Narendra Modi that can I introduce a motion with the vice president, the chairman of Rajya Sabha. He was sacked unceremoniously, and I don't know if he's all right or not, because he's incommunicado for the last 1.5, 2 months. No one knows where he is. No one knows if he's okay. Where has he gone? The vice president election is coming up. We have put a candidate, Sudarshan Reddy ji, who was given wonderful judgments in the Supreme Court. He's a jurist, eminent jurist. And the whole India alliance is all stacked up together fighting this vice president election, and I won't be surprised if he comes through. Because even people in the BJP, they are not happy with number 1 and number 2. And this vice president election, the whip is not applicable. And I hope the people from BJP party and other non-BJP aligned parties, they come and vote for our candidate, Sudarshan Reddy ji. The other person, C.P. Radhakrishna, is an RSS idol. His only contribution is he went to RSS Akas, wearing half pants and khaki chaddis. That's only his contribution is. But what's important is we need to understand, we are at a very, very critical phase in this country. Our leader, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji, has been fighting tooth and nail with this Narendra Modi fascist government. We are not scared. We are hitting the streets, we are hitting the parliament. We are not afraid of anyone. Why? Why? Because we want to save the constitution. Why? Because we want to protect 371A. Why? Because we want to protect democracy. Just recently, your deputy CM in Nagaland, he just insulted a journalist so bad. The fourth pillar of democracy, the media person. I say you should wake up. You should stop reporting them. You should stop covering them. You should boycott all the government function. It's high time that the media wakes up now. It's not only the case of one fellow journalist. It will happen to you eventually. It happened in the past. First they came after the Muslims. No one spoke up because they thought I am not a Muslim. Then they came up with the farmers. They brought the farm bills. We didn't speak up because we said we are not the farmers. Then they came for the Christian missionaries. FCRA was banned. And just recently in Chhattisgarh, 2 nuns, Christian nuns, were arrested by the Durg police because Bajrang Dal thought they are into human trafficking and they are into conversion, forceful conversion, illegal conversion. It was the Congress party who stood with the Christians in Chhattisgarh. We stand with everyone who is being attacked. The only thing, our ideology, someone asked, what is the ideology of Congress? Is the ideology of the Constitution. Whatever is there in Constitution is something which we preach in Congress party. We should all be aware of what is happening. At both the Assam CM and Nagaland CM, they are businessmen. They are not for your people. They don't care about the rights of the Nagas, the rights of the Naga people. Only if tomorrow they want to drill some oil or something, they will give away 371A provision as well. I'm telling you this. They don't care about you. It's a Congress party. Our forefathers, Pandit Nehru, Ambedkar, Sardar Patel, continued by Indira Gandhi ji, Rajiv Gandhi ji, Dr. Manmohan Singh, Sonia Gandhi ji. And now eventually, I assure you that the way I am seeing the trajectory of Rahul Gandhi ji, he is going to be the Prime Minister of the country in 2029. I tell you now. He is definitely going to be the Prime Minister of the country. And it's important that we all stick together, carry forward the momentum and ensure that in 2028, we form the government in Nagaland and be a big contributor towards the India Alliance victory in 2029. For that, we need to work hard. We need to stay together. We need to take the voice of Rahul Gandhi ji, the fight of Rahul Gandhi ji to each and every nook and corner of Nagaland. We have shown that in the general election here. We are 0 MLAs out of 60. But we managed to win the Lok Sabha election. So I don't see any reason why we can't form the next government in 2028. We definitely can, but unless until we believe that we can win, we can never win. I appeal to you, let's all come united, stay strong, and ensure that we fight to save 371A, we fight to save our constitution, we fight to bring back Congress into power. Our Congress president will be visiting Nagaland shortly. We are finalizing the dates, and in most probability it will be in Kohima. We should all mobilize, like all the DCC president, PCC members, all our workers. I would appeal to all of you, all our senior leaders. Our senior leaders were the ones without whose help we can never proceed or succeed. We should all mobilize people and make a show in the particular rally of Congress president. And we are trying to get even Rahul ji also to come. That is not confirmed as of yet, but Congress president will be visiting. Let's send a message from Kohima to the rest of the state in Nagaland that we are prepared, we are coming back to power. No money power of this CM of Nagaland or Assam will stop us. No muscle power of this chief minister will stop us. We are confident and we will ensure that we will win. With this, I'd like to thank the organizing team once again for having this wonderful rally. But I would appeal to all of you to take forward this message, go to every booth and inform them like what is happening in the country and what is our responsibility. We should all try and see that our constitution is saved, the institutions, they do what they're supposed to do, and we live in peace, prosperity, brotherhood. With this, I'd like to thank you once again for having this wonderful rally, and God bless you all the best.
Last month, on the 12th of July, we had a similar program in the Corporation Hall to speak about the Constitution. And this month, again, we are here to speak about another big issue which has been exposed by our young leader of opposition, Rahul ji. Constitution without institutions doesn't really mean anything. After the independence in 1947, Dr. Ambedkar, along with the team, was given the responsibility to frame a constitution which was supposed to be passed by the then the Constituent Assembly. And Dr. Ambedkar, along with his colleagues, they referred to a lot of constitutions from the Western world, the American Constitution, the British Constitution, and a couple of other constitutions. And they came out with a very voluminous constitution to basically ensure that the values, the basic values of equality, liberty, and fraternity is very much manifested in this country. So one of the most important aspect of this constitution is the right to vote for every citizen of this country. One person, one vote. During that point of time, some of the developed Western countries, so-called Western countries, developed countries, even they did not have the voting right for women. But in 1950, India as a country had this concept of one person, one vote. So, at least politically, Dr. Ambedkar clearly said that at least politically, we are trying to implement the concept of equality in terms of voting. Dear brothers and sisters, I would like to share a small episode with one of my former Pakistani colleague when we worked in Bahrain. Every day after our work, during the dinner time, we used to talk a little bit of politics. And I genuinely asked him that why is that in Pakistan we do not have a consistent democratically elected government. Sometimes you have elected governments, sometimes you have military rule. I very genuinely asked him. And he, being a student of history, he also very genuinely replied back, telling that after independence, we got independence in 47, and Pakistan got independence in 48. Immediately after our independence, our father of the nation, Gandhi, passed away. Similarly, in Pakistan also, Jinnah passed away much earlier, after their independence. But in India, after Gandhi, Nehru was there to give a strong, stable, consistent government for almost 14 years. In that 14 years, he established the spirit of democracy by ensuring that all the constitutional bodies were autonomous and they functioned to make sure that the basic values of equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice is very much implemented in this country. And because of Nehru, the people of this country believed in the Constitution, believed in the institutions of the Constitution. And after Nehru, based on the foundation of Nehru, then Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi, and later on all the other prime ministers ensured that these constitutional values are very much followed by the autonomous institutions. But unfortunately, after Modi came to power in 2014, in 2016, I think so, he came with the great demonetization policy. He claimed that he'll bring back the black money. And we found out that it was a big chori, paisa chori. And then he started playing around with GST. And then the next few years they came out with the electoral bonds. They had a very tacit understanding with all the corporate worlds, and the electoral bonds, suddenly they made a huge amount of money. So after electoral bonds, now we have come out with a new chori, which is the vote chori. So BJP, with all its might, has been consistently trying to damage the values of the constitution by damaging the institutions. They place their RSS trained people in these institutions, and they try to dilute the constitutional values, these constitutional institutions. And today people have started losing hope on these institutions. Dear brothers and sisters, in many parts of this country, when we were talking about save the constitution, people were taking it lightly, particularly the youngsters. But after this episode of vote chori, after Rahulji very clearly demonstrated how systematically institutional corruption is happening, institutionally how votes are being taken off from our pocket, the youngsters are a little bit scared now. The youngsters in many states are curious to find out what is happening to their voting rights. So this is a right time for us to convert the abstract concept of the constitution through this vote chori concept to connect with the youngsters, particularly women. And we have to educate, organize and agitate, as Ambedkar has said. Now this is the time for us to educate the people of Nagaland. As the party which has worked for more than 140 years for this country, a party which was started in 1885, first couple of years, for almost 30 years, it was an elite party. Like as I already mentioned in the earlier meeting, after Gandhi came into this country, this party became a people-oriented, mass-based party. And the freedom struggle which was led by Congress, and after that, after post-independence, we all know what is the contribution of Congress for this nation building. Today, I am from Tamil Nadu, which is like 3,000 kilometers away from this place. But I am here with a great feeling of, with a brotherly feeling with all of you. Why? It is because of the Constitution. I stand here as an Indian, and I am very rightfully speaking to you, and brotherly also, and sisterly also. I talk to you, all of you. Why? Because it is because of the feeling of the Indian, the feeling of being an Indian, which is based on the Constitution. But dear brothers and sisters, the Modi government, the BJP government has strategically been trying to divide this society and project some of us as the villain. They keep pepping up the sentiments of certain groups to ultimately keep them in power. Their concept of holding to power is not for the people, but to make sure certain sections of the people can rule over the in this country. So this nation after 1950, after the Constitution coming into existence, the discrimination, at least politically, between Dalits, between backward class communities, between men and women, have all been put aside by this by the Constitution. Of course, like what Ambedkar said, socially and economically, we have a long way to go. But at least politically, we should ensure that this right to vote is not messed up in this country. And I once again thank the PCC president and all the other organizers who have initiated this vote chori rally here. Based on this, I think in Nagaland we have the literacy rate is quite high. It is important for us to convene small or big group meetings, talk to them about the constitutional, the importance of constitution and how BJP is messing up with the constitution, and how as one of the important states in Northeast, your rights will be completely stopped if BJP starts playing this game in a big way. So let us all stand behind our great leader, our Yuva leader, Shri Rahul Gandhi ji, and along with him, our Member of Parliament, Shri Saptagiri ji, and Sipang Jamir ji. Both of them have been quite vocal for all the issues in the Parliament, and they are here to guide us and lead us. And let us all gather with these two leaders and ensure that this spirit of independence, this spirit of this right to vote concept is taken to each and every citizen of this state, and ensure that in the coming elections, this all turns up to the favor of Congress, not just for Congress party to enjoy the power, but for each citizen in Nagaland to enjoy the constitutional rights and the other aspects of the Constitution.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.